My name is Heather Feather. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine, and today we are talking about Get Empowered. So we'll begin in the past and then move into our present moment so we can take a look at my journey of empowerment. I would say there are many slices to the pie of existence, cleanliness, organization, nurturing the self through nourishment and self-care and self-love, relational components, communication. There's so many aspects, work, play, blah, blah, blah. There are all these slices to the pie we call life, and it can be a lot to track in the modern age with all of these variant methodologies for communication. We are receiving data at an exponentially faster rate every second of now. So what I'll begin with is when I was almost 13, just almost about to turn 13, I was raped and I lost my virginity. And in that experience, soon after, I was in a health class and they were talking about bulimia and anorexia. Something that can sometimes not be known is that often victims of crimes will blame themselves. Why didn't I protect myself? Why did I cause this to happen? My choices led me there. And I certainly took on that role. I blamed myself, and I didn't tell anyone for the first 2 months after it happened. It was just like, I'm a bad person and I caused a bad thing to happen and never speak of it. But when the health class, they were talking about anorexia, and I was like, it was like not intentionally conscious, but kind of an unconscious, this is how I can punish myself. I'm going to exercise all the time and I'm never going to feed myself nourishment until I waste away. Good. That'll solve it. Now, anorexia and bulimia is a serious situation, and if you are struggling with either of those conditions, I highly recommend counseling because you deserve to be nourished and you deserve to be in your optimal, healthiest state, loving yourself, loving your body, loving your temple. But I didn't love my temple. It had just been trashed. So I wanted to just keep trashing it and keeping in that frequency. Now, where I stand today, I am 45 years old. I joined fitness. I have a dear friend I used to work with that is just a brilliant soul and very wise and very knowledgeable. And her website is kamifayz.com. You can go to kamifayz.com. This is a great time for a plane to fly overhead. Thanks for that, guys. Fly safe out there. So you can go to her website and you can join her program. I joined her program at the beginning of July. I joined her summer challenge, and then I decided to sign up for her monthly situation because, we just started August. I've already lost 10 pounds. I'm exercising 7 days a week now. I'm counting my calories. I'm understanding the caloric intake of what I'm doing. And then I have this wonderful coach to give me her knowledge and input. And so what I can say is at 45, I am in a really healthy place. It's been a long journey. I've definitely dipped in and out of anorexia at different periods in my life. And it's been a long journey to get to a place to where I can allow myself to be a true steward of my physical temple. And to get to this place to where I'm not only exercising 7 days a week now, but also I'm mindful of what I take in. As a teenager, I would eat Taco Bell. Now, what Taco Bell is diabetes and heart disease for a nickel. I would eat McDonald's back then. I would eat whatever. I'd eat whatever fast food. Whataburger, because I'm from Texas. But, hey, would you like to trade future diabetes and heart disease for a nickel today? It's like, no, you charlatan. You're feeding me trash. But I would drink Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola goes in and destroys water wells in Mexico. Well, I'm a huge fan of Mexico, and I'm a huge fan of the people there, and I'm a huge fan of a particular shamanic tribe that they destroyed a well of there. So today, I don't support these businesses and these industries that are not only selling diabetes and heart disease, they are selling the degradation of very valid, valuable, precious cultures that deserve to be revered and respected. Also, can we just pay some reparations for some of the nightmare damage that's been happening down here, you guys? Side note. Anyhow, I digress. Talk about getting empowered. Let's take a knee and pay people and own and take responsibility for what we're doing in this realm. What I would say is, it has taken me a long time on the journey of fitness, on the journey of health, on the journey of self-care. Even though I was born from an organic farmer and I was born onto a natural foods farm, it has taken me a long time to really step into a place of purity in which I don't eat fast food ever. I don't drink soda ever. I am, gluten-free. I am mostly sugar-free. I get fruit and fructose, and I am I'm in the healthiest hour of my life and getting into balance on this topic. And I have had to make it a priority. So I can say through the pandemic, I gained some weight. And part of that was just because I was building a business and, like choices, it's all choices. And so it was like, I've been single forever. It's not like I'm trying to get fit to look good for anybody. I'm not trying to get fit for myself because I'm trying to focus on business. But there was a point at which it was like, no, this actually does matter to me to be healthy. I'm 45. I'm going to hopefully be 90 one day. And I'd like to do that without heart disease or unable to bend down and tie my shoes. I'd like to consider my future. I'd like to reach for the stars, consider my future, and step into, I'm going to be able to tie my shoes at 82 because of what I'm choosing at 45. I'm going to plan for my future. In that same vein, finances, not been my forte. Not been my forte. Mama Mackey was a brilliant woman, and she often moved us to places, like Richardson, certain areas where we could go into school systems to where we could get a higher education, to where we might be provided higher quality textbooks, educate the rich, that nightmare mess, work on it, humans. But she was trying to get us closer to better and better education. So we often lived in the apartment complexes on the outskirts of these super wealthy neighborhoods. And so I've experienced all different levels of poverty. I've lived on the streets, I've dusted ants off a biscuit to eat to eat food. So now I am invested in the stock market. I have a large chunk in savings. I am better at my financial planning and my consideration of my innate value and worthiness and the tremendous depth and profundity that I am able to bring to the two-leggeds on humbled knee because I have been pinned where many may find themselves pinned in a given day. So there is much in my cup that I can offer, and it's valuable and precious. You got to have a lot of super intense, sucky experiences to offer the flavor and color of what I'm offering, and it's valuable. And so I'm standing more in my value. I'm standing more in a place of financial harmony. I'm empowered to be more financially competent, more financially astute. Now, do I have further to go, further to grow? Yeah. I was just listening to a teacher that my aunt and my sister brought to me called Big Happy Money. There's a podcast on it, and it was like, Heather still can up level on this. I still have, I still get, what is it that we get, there's little peaches over here. Why are we always getting, you go put a nice dress on and you get this little chunk. I still have areas. It's not like my body is so ideally formed at 45. I'm still working towards a goal of my optimal idealized self. So each of these topics, I'm not in mastery. I'm not in mastery, but I am empowered to continue to take steps on the journey up that mountain called physical wellness. I am empowered to continue to take steps on the journey up that mountain called financial wellness. And so for some two-leggeds right now, getting empowered means getting yourself out of the bottom of the pit that you find yourself in of dark depression, anxiety, overwhelm. So for some of you, the next most empowered thing you can do is just get hopeful. Can you hold a hopeful thought that things can get better? And you can do all kinds of things. Actually, you can take lots of beautiful ancient herbal medications that have been here for thousands of years and that are true medicine. They don't give you side effects while they heal you. They just, I take an herbal antidepressant every day of my life. And it serves me. I'm super aware when I forget to take it. So that's one of the ways that I continue to step into being empowered to be happy, to be healthy. I woke this morning. I was like, I feel depressed. I don't want to get out of my bed. I don't want to make my bed. I don't even want to stand up. So I took it one step at a time. You know, I got up, got some water, met a basic need of going to the restroom, and then stepped into greater and greater needs. Let me take all these multivitamins and this herbal antidepressant. Oh, I was like, I'm not going to work out today. Not doing it. I just finished my workout because I slowly gave myself some ease and grace on stepping into a more empowered place in the way I'm going to walk in my day. So in order to get empowered, to get to the top of any given mountain of evolution, growth, awareness, we must allow ourselves to maybe be in infancy, not be all the way at the top of that living tree. We got to give ourselves permission to grow into knowing. So for some two-leggeds, empowerment for you might look like, you know what, I'm going to up-level the cheap food that I eat when I feel like I'm in a rush. I'm going to start, maybe going to Chipotle. They have a little bit higher standards than Taco Bell, and I'm not ever going to go to Taco Bell again. Okay, now I'm going to upgrade from Chipotle or from this, local burger place as opposed to McDonald's. I'm going to go support a local business. Okay, now I'm going to up level again, and I'm going to go to a grass-fed burger place because I'm going to support the earth while I support myself having a burger. So all of the steps that I've made moving up this mountain have been gradual steps. So it's not that I never eat what we could deem fast food. It's that today, if I choose that, and I haven't had it in several months, but if I choose that, I'm going to go to grass-fed burger place where I know that grass-fed beef served the wellness of the entire earth, rather than being one of those burgers that is not grass-fed and serves the dysfunction of a healthy earth for all two-leggeds. I'm going to have it be a service act in some way. So there are areas of my life, certainly, where I am in infancy. Yesterday in general, I had a lot of shakings and awakenings in the past couple of days, actually. And beautiful teachers, lovely teachers have come in and elucidated some things for me around a dream I had. And I'm aware that boundaries, everybody is a place Heather is in infancy with. Very freedom oriented. I love to give. I love to connect. I love to have intimacy. I love to have sweetness of connectivity. I love to serve. I want to be a helper. Boop, 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 boop. And you can be certain that when it comes to setting a boundary, it is one of the current places where I'm having a challenge of remaining empowered and standing in the boundary, because I just want to be like, oh, well, let's forget that I said that and just boop, 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 let's be dysfunctional together. It's like, no, it's like there are boundaries that I have. There are things I'm not willing to do because I've learned, not once, not twice, a lot of the lessons I've learned, Spirit has given me 40 times, 50 times, like death, like assault, like car accidents. All the things I've experienced, they happen over and over with a rapidity. So there's a point at which I get to be empowered in being me and learn the lesson. The lesson is that I am a temple. I am a temple. And I deserve to have reverence, not only for the physical temple that is here, but the mental temple and the emotional temple and the spiritual temple and the sexual temple that I hold. I hold many worlds. And so do you. I hold a cellular world. I hold a microcosmic world. I hold a macrocosmic world of all the content of my form. So in that, isn't it time to get empowered in allowing myself on each slice of the pie called existence to take that next step towards my greatest good? Sometimes the next step towards your greatest good is, you can lose my number, bless you, away from me, We don't have to allow everyone into the garden of our life. And actually, if you're going to practice self-love, self-respect, self-reverence, you will understand that some people don't belong in the garden of your life. If you don't respect yourself, and that means you need to disrespect me, we're not a match in frequency. Have a great day. Bye-bye. But you get to be empowered to say these things. Go to rarebirdmedicine.com, click on the classes link. You can always subscribe to Rarebird Medicine on YouTube. Be very respectful and empowered with you. Blessed be.